Good afternoon, I'm Pamela Van Meer, Kawartha 411 News, and this is your 5 at 5:30. Your top news headlines from in and around the city of Kawartha Lakes for Friday, October 2nd, sponsored by Income Tax Plus in Lindsay, family owned and operated since 1988. A man received only minor injuries after a wild crash near Bobcaygeon early this morning. Police say just before 6 a.m., officers responded to a single vehicle collision on County Road 8 between Patterson and Balmers Road. The driver received minor injuries and was not taken to hospital. There is no word on if charges were laid. Kawartha Lakes Police Service charged 4 people for not following COVID-19 regulations at a drive-in concert in Lindsay. Police say they attended the concert on October 1st in response to a complaint from a member of the public that spectators were not abiding by the COVID-19 safety regulations. They patrolled the venue and spoke to guests and organizers, and say they re-attended the concert just after 9 p.m. and found several people failing to comply with the act by congregating outside of their vehicles. 4 people were issued notices with a set fine of $880 each. The government announced today that the mandatory mask policy would be extended across the entire province. They're also asking residents to limit their contacts to within their households. Social circles have been officially put on hold, and the Premier is now advising all Ontarians to allow close contact only with people living in their own household and maintain physical distancing.
Earlier this week, we received a real wake-up call. We saw from the modeling update that if we don't act now to halt these trends, we could see 1,000 new cases a day by mid-October. We could have 200 to 300 people a day arriving in our hospital ICUs. In fact, there are 732 new cases today. And after consulting with the Chief Medical Officer and the Public Health Measures Table, we will be bringing in more public health restrictions to try to stop this virus from spreading any further.
We are also taking important steps to ensure anyone who needs a test can get one quickly, so they don't have to wait for long periods of time to receive a diagnosis. Moving to appointment-based testing, continuing our mobile testing and pop-up testing centers to target and reach vulnerable populations, and investing to increase our lab capacity even further. These are all steps that are going to help us identify new cases more quickly and help us to contain the spread.
And we are bringing in additional targeted measures for hotspot areas for Ottawa, Toronto, and Peel Region, effective at 12:01 a.m. Restaurants, bars, and nightclubs in Ottawa and Peel must limit their capacity to 100 customers or less. Toronto Public Health has already decided to limit capacity to 75, with no more than 6 people per table, and each customer's contact information must be collected for contact tracing. For gyms and fitness centers, group exercise classes will be limited to 10 people, and the facility must limit its capacity to 50 people or less. For banquet halls and event spaces, they must limit to 6 people per table and have no more than 50 people in the facility at a time.
Don't forget, we are always looking for news. So if you have a news tip for us, or if you're out and about and you see breaking news happening, let us know. You can send us an email to info@kawartha411.ca, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. It's time now to take a look at the weekend weather. Our weather is sponsored by Team Brad Bird, Mincom Plus Realty in Lindsay, a team that'll get your home sold. 40% chance of showers early this evening with a low down to 0. For Saturday, we are looking at a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 12 and a low of +3. On Sunday, cloudy with a 60% chance of showers, a high of 15 degrees and a low of +5. And on Monday, a mix of sun and cloud with a 40% chance of showers and a high of 15 with a low down to 5 overnight. That's your weather, sponsored by Team Brad Bird, Mincom Plus Realty in Lindsay. That's your news for Friday, October 2nd. For a look at all of the day's news in depth, you can go to our website, kawartha411.ca. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday.